Hello and welcome back to another video in the world of Monster Hunter. This is Damage and Friends, and the idea behind this one is very akin to a build I did a while ago about corner horns, which a lot of people frown upon. So I've tried to adapt it using Draken, interestingly, to be able to give damage while still being able to support. So hopefully this build comes in handy for some of the more supporty hunting horn players that still get criticised for being corner horns, despite that mathematically they're actually kind of worthwhile because they near enough give the other three people 100% uptime on the monster. But you know, so overall this build is mainly revolved around damage, and it's basically just adding in wide range, and on top of that it all depends on what hunting horn you want to use. So let's get into the skills and equipment for the Damage and Friends build. And as you can see, I have the Lunar Nerg hunting horn, as I find it to be the most beneficial. This is the Raw Ruin with a Gobbler decoration and a health augment, the Nergigante Alpha helmet with another friendship, Draken Alpha chest with your second friendship, then Draken Alpha gloves with 2 tenderizer, Draken Alpha waist with your final tenderizer, and then Draken Alpha boots with a critical decoration, and then rounding it off we have the friendship charm for wide range 3. What this will give overall is obviously Behemoth's Master's Touch, Luna's Haste and Recovery, Critical Eye level 7, wide range level 5, attack boost level 4, critical boost level 3, weakness exploit level 3, maximum light level 2, and speed eating level 1. That Gobbler, or for speed eating, is entirely up to you on how you want to play. I've just put it there just because it helps in item intake, which again is beneficial for using wide range. Now this build is mainly based around trying to stay alive, hence why we have a health augment as well as haste and recovery, so that we're not too worried about our health. As long as we are consistently dealing damage, we are basically there to try and help others, which is one of the main reasons I like using this horn. You are able to give affinity up small, which although arguably not that great, particularly on some weapons, it is also really handy for pretty much all weapons, as all builds really do require weakness exploit. So you only get that 100% affinity, as you do with this build, when you are hitting weak points. So if you're not hitting weak points, 50% of the time you will lose sharpness, or at least with this weapon or the buff active, it'll be 75% of the time you won't. Earplugs is always really handy. You can iframe roars, which is I would say arguably a high level skill to attain, but a useful skill, and I do recommend trying to go for it. And then of course we have health recovery small, which in general is just generally quite handy for overall tick damage, particularly against things such as Luna, Valhazak, etc. Although depending on the situation or just your preference, you can use entirely different hunting horns, but I do recommend trying to utilize a health augment on top of them, simply due to the fact that you're trying not to worry too much about your health. It's more about your allies. From here, obviously, like I said, we do have Gobbler just to help speed up eating. 1 point isn't the greatest, but it will certainly help. But if you have something else you want to put in there, go right ahead. And obviously wide range, or the friendship charms and decorations, are there so that you can heal and buff your allies further through potions and other items. Generally speaking, this build isn't the most damaging, but it's not really meant to be the most damaging. It's designed to do some damage while being able to support your friends more actively. So it is actually quite worthwhile. My wife uses this build a lot when it's just me and her playing, and it's actually pretty darn good. We two-manned the Arch-Tempered Lunostra quite easily using this exact build, and generally speaking it works really quite well. It's just not the most damaging hunting horn build in the game. Anyway, that is me. Thank you very much for watching. I hope this helps some people. Good luck, have fun, and don't die. It's bad for the health.